Hi, guys.
Hi.
How you doing?
It's awesome to chat with you. The show has fervent fans, and the uproar, obviously, over the changes notwithstanding, it seems like things are gearing up that the second season could be quite explosive, I guess. Coming out of the first season, what were some of your favorite moments?
The drive-through economy.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Your garage moment.
My garage moment.
The rape.
Oh,
Near rape.
Well, I wouldn't say it was my favorites, but it was the most explosive. That's
good
for
to watch.
sure.
It's fun to do.
Yeah, I think it was when it was episode 15, and it was one of those where it turned away from becoming a typical medical drama into something that was more. It was like a thriller.
Very visceral.
It was very visceral. That was a hard one to shoot. Definitely.
I'm sure.
Yeah, but I mean that was one of the highlights. Too.
What about you, Harry?
Yeah.
Was it my shirtless scene?
Do you see what he does to me? It's horrible. Yeah, that's a highlight of my whole season.
It was a locker room scene with Harry.
Along with the
Heather.
rest of 2 countries and maybe more. Golly. That's the worst.
Well, preparing for a second season, is there something you're hoping for? Is there something you guys want to see with your characters?
I want to see more camaraderie between the three with
Yeah.
Mario and Angus and Malaya. That's what I want to see.
Mary and Angus didn't end well. We wouldn't say particularly.
No.
No. We came back together though, right?
A little
In that
bit.
moment,
Sure, a little.
and we
There
had
was
a
a look.
smile. Did
Right.
you clock that?
There was
Yeah.
a look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
You're
it's.
supposed to read volumes.
I think what the dynamic that starts to happen is this idea of a family, your brothers and sisters, and you look out for one another, and I don't think the difference I think at the end of the season for Mario and Angus was that all of a sudden it wasn't Mario trying to up Angus, it was Mario trying to help Angus,
Right.
which was actually a big step.
A real friend.
Yeah, what friends do.
Right.
Where do you think Angus is going to stand after this? Like, what comes next? I assume you don't have scripts yet.
We don't.
No. We don't,
I hope he gets help.
Right.
Malaya helps.
Malaya,
Hopes to help him.
I think so. I
Hopes.
hope for some good talk therapy.
Yeah.
Maybe some rehab moments if it's necessary.
Right.
I really want to date one of the new residents.
We haven't even met them yet, so
I know. I want to
Right.
date one of them.
whoever walks
One
in
out
the
of
door.
4. Come on. I ought to get 1 out of 4.
Okay.
By the way, there's new residents.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
For
it
those
kind of
of you
makes
who
sense.
It's a hospital
It's a
every
hospital, right.
new year.
A
We're
new
going to meet
class.
some new people.
A new class.
Yeah.
So do you guys know anything you can tell us yet?
Very little.
It's still early, obviously.
We just
Still
know they're
early.
newbies. That's
Right.
all I
And
know.
we're in second year.
Right.
Which is a cool angle for
Yeah.
you guys, obviously. It must mean there's a bit more
Totally.
responsibility.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
gives us something else to play that is really unique, which I think is the dynamic of having to be still a rookie, but also the responsibility of teaching someone.
Right.
And there's a certain level of confidence that you have to teach someone, but then we only are in our second year, so I imagine it's going to be a.
Right. Well, and in our
Turbulent
training,
ride.
we saw that a lot of the second years are running the cases in the real hospital.
Right.
Yeah.
Which,
How they
yeah.
navigate that with us will be interesting because we all have it's called a code persona. Is that what they called it?
Sure.
A code. They have a code voice or a code behavior, a code persona, and they said that every doctor who runs the case, you can tell who it is based on their voice and the tone
That's
of their
true.
voice.
Really?
A code persona. I
Yes,
think
yes,
that's
yes,
what-
yes.
Right?
I'm just hoping that I could use my code voice on you guys.
I don't know, man.
No? Didn't really work.
Do you, I heard about your experience going behind the scenes at a hospital. So, was it a busy hospital? Where was it?
You
wow.
can say that, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's the busiest in the North America.
Oh, you actually did, it was at the LA hospital?
Yeah.
We filmed
yeah.
our very first episode, the pilot, at LA County.
I'll
Hospital.
never forget what I
The
saw.
historical hospital.
I don't know
Yeah.
if we can talk about it, but I will never forget what I saw
Yeah.
We
or heard. Woo.
the ride-alongs and the shadowing that we did was at the actual hospital that Angel Memorial is kind of based on.
Right.
Yeah.
And how does it shape your performances?
I I think it had a huge impact on mine. I think, behavioral ideas of what doctors were as these proper, kind of almost removed individuals from what you'd think, that they're just real people that show up with real, needs and are in a real workplace. And it's be like anyone going into any unique place that public don't get to go into necessarily and see the inner workings. It's fascinating.
I like talking to some of the residents, like real doctors that had gone through their whole residency program, just to see like what were some memorable cases and how they would talk about them. So I spoke to this one third-year resident, and I asked if any patient had ever died on her, and she had to take a step back, and it wasn't you see that some doctors can just shut it all off. You can see that she was just going back into that experience, and it was not easy for her. So it sticks.
Right.
And so, as we're acting, we do have to be, a little bit removed, but we're still impacted by it. It's a good learning.
It was a unique challenge for me because I had more information as an actor than I was allowed to have as a character. And so that negotiation was an active challenge for me, really throughout the whole season, I think. Because I had a lot of information as an actor and less as Angus, and then Angus got more, but then his Achilles heel of I feel like I'm right, but I don't want to mess up.
Right. And how much does I guess building in their persona to actually also give that level of gravitas as well? Like, how much do you think about that? Because obviously, moment to moment, they're still themselves, but then there's also that level of professionalism too. It's a different kind of thing than most people would act around, I guess.
Right. I'll tell you what did it for me is a doctor came up to us as we were working on the pilot, and he figured out who we were, and he teared up and he said, "I'm so thankful that you're here to give voices to the people that didn't make it, and those of us that are still here doing it." And I just went, whoa.
Wow.
Well, there you go. I guess that's why. And I think it was a moment of unity for us.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, otherwise, camaraderie stories. Hey, what goes on behind the scenes, and you guys are just hanging out?
We all hate each other.
These two.
So much.
I could tell. You guys don't seem chummy at all.
He and I are trailer buddies. His is right next door to mine.
Yeah, so the smells travel.
Yeah, but let's be clear. It will go from a carpet to I'll show up and he'll go, "You been in there yet?" And they're jokesters. There's a lot of joking. Tricksters.
Louis
Tommy Dewey.
Yeah.
Trickster.
Louis Guzman.
Trickster.
We played a little bit of a prank on Louis.
Oh, really?
So he's two
I forgot about that.
Are we gonna debunk his birthday thing?
Okay. I guess so.
Well,
Okay.
This is groundbreaking.
So he has
That's
two birthdays. One is true and one is false. One is published on IMDb and Wikipedia, and that is false.
Really?
Oh yeah. So we celebrated it. Accidentally.
Got
and
him
then
a
we
big
acted
nice
like it
bottle
was
of
intentional.
tequila.
Oh yeah.
But
We kept big secrets.
Birthday cake.
We were on set. It was lunch. It was a lunch break, and he was doing press. He had this big interview set up, and we just marched in with the cake right behind him with 200 extras,
That's right.
singing "Happy Birthday" in Spanish.
I mean, it's a smart idea to have two might as well, right?
Why not?
I've changed my birthday.
I'm gonna do it now.
Yeah, why not?
Do it.
Maybe make it a few years younger.
Let me tell you.
And then instead of saying, "Hey guys, it's not my birthday," he just went
He
with
rolls
it.
with
He's
it. He's like,
Thank you, guys.
double the cake, double
I'm
the
so
booze.
grateful to all of you.
Yeah.
And the next night he's like, "Oh, and by the way, you can celebrate again in
And
a
we
few
did.
weeks."
And
Yeah,
we
we
did.
did.
And we did.
Nice.
Louis Guzman, he deserves two birthdays.
Well, thank you guys very much. I can't wait for the next season.
Thank you.
Neither can we.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.